WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. Thanks to Lisa for the house call. Hey, there's Steve Holliday. My goodness gracious, Indiana Theater, they did come through. Steve, good morning.
We made it. Good morning, Todd.
It's good to have you with us, our visit
Thanks
this morning.
for having me up.
Presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Indiana Theater. Just, you know, I come in every morning, and I'm usually the first person in town. I turn on the lights when I get here, and I see the marquee, and you know, there's always some interesting reading going on there because there's always something interesting coming to the theater.
Yeah, we've been maintaining, bringing quality programming of all kinds. Mainly these days we're focusing on the live performances, but the marquee is an ever-changing representation of of what we have coming into our room at 637 Philadelphia Street. Tonight, for instance, we have two comedians from Central PA, Harrisburg, York area, Earl David Reed, and he's bringing in special guest Bobby Tamburo. So we've had pretty good success with comedy, and Earl has been contacting us to try to get in the room basically since we reopened in 22. So, yep, we have a spot for them tonight. 7:30 show, $15 tickets. And we have more comedy in May. Concerts, you know, we've been keeping pretty active with the concert series. So this weekend, along on that vein, Indiana Arts Council presents Howie Alexander, jazz keyboardist, and he actually got rained out of the Westlvania Fest last year. But
what? Here in Indiana?
It's true, if you can believe it. The weather did not cooperate for an entire day when we have an outdoor street fair. So, but he'll be in the room on Saturday, the 12th. Again, 7:30 show, and for that we have the community youth choir opening for that. For that gentleman. So, yep.
Wow.
Yep, got a good jazz combo coming in and some local kids singing some songs. And actually, the youth choir has a show at the Indiana Theater at the end of the month. Formed and orchestrated by Quintina Thomas. They're doing a Disney recital on April 26th.
Yeah,
so,
they're very popular.
Yeah, they played summer concerts in the park last year, I remember. And it's a very active group and a bunch of excited kids who want to get up and perform. So we have the perfect place for that.
There you go. Well, but it also, you know, it brings to mind the fact that Indiana Theater is a group, a place for people to come and to play and to show their talents.
Yeah.
And local folks right here in Indiana.
Absolutely. Last Thursday of each month, we have an open mic, a full stage open mic, where we set up guitar amps, drums, bass amp, or just direct box for acoustic singers and songwriters. We get a pretty good turnout for that, and varying ages from 17 or 18 to 71 or 81. So
pretty impressive group too, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, we've got a lot of talent around the neighborhood.
Yeah, we do. And we're along with that. We just had 7 Mile Run, who's a local country band, last month. They put on a terrific show. They brought a lot of people in. It was very moving in a lot of ways. And, you know, that's a group that's played for 20 plus years in the area. So it's just like, you know, there are a lot of players, a lot of creative types in the area that either have been playing or want to have a place to play, and the Indiana Theater is definitely there for them.
Yeah, it's great to see that people can find a place, especially if they're just starting out and they don't have that experience that they want to gain, and then all of a sudden they get discovered because like 7 Mile Run, they have not just little by little build up their following. They had following right from the start.
Sure.
And they bring people with them whenever they come to the venue.
Yeah, they brought a lot of people with them. So that was great. Every time we have a good turnout in the room, it just amplifies things, you know, so much.
Yeah.
The energy level, just the smiles and the chatter, like it's a great vibe. And those guys, Brian Miller, who's the band leader for that group, he's worked with youth and has had ideas of bringing like young band showcases or talent shows, putting something like that together. And I mean, it's having the venue and having people who have been doing the thing for a long time could be a nice mashup to help encourage the younger folks or more shy and bashful folks to get up on stage and play your stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Hey, you get to play on a card with Brian Miller and the folks from 7 Mile Run. I mean, they've been with some of the biggest acts around.
Oh, yeah.
And so you get up there on stage on the same bill as them. That's pretty good stuff.
oh yeah.
All right. So what else do you have coming?
So again, we have Earl David Reed tonight, comedian. I'll give you the
There you go.
flyer there. Howie Alexander.
Zoom in.
Zoom in, folks. This guy's tonight, 7:30. Howie Alexander on the 12th. Actually, this Friday, the 11th, we have Poeming Through the Dark, which is kind of an every other month spoken word poetry open mic. So we have the regular music open mic, and then we have a poetry open mic. Also, I believe they're a nonprofit group too, so more interchange between nonprofits that we like to encourage over at the theater. May 3rd, we have the Funny Women of a Certain Age, another comedy show happening.
Oh, yeah?
That includes Carol Montgomery, Missy Hall, and Teresa Roberts. Then coming up, let's see, the day before that, May 2nd, is a reschedule, Buffalo Rose, a Pittsburgh Americana folk harmony group. They're scheduled to play in February. Again, weather in western Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Coming from Pittsburgh, they were expecting 6 inches of freezing rain, so they said, sorry, 70 people who bought tickets. Let's reschedule this. So May 2nd will be hopefully a much better day for that.
Yeah.
And then we have Joe Grishecki coming back next month. The Edge, local classic rock band, next month as well.
Big doings coming up.
Big doings.
Yeah. So the month of May will be going very, very well,
Yep.
along with this month of April.
Yep. Basically winding up to get into the summer.
Yeah.
You know, Indiana kind of, you got to go based on, spring semester, have a little lull in summer and then kick back into the fall. But, I mean, we've been steadily programming our live performances, kind of, anticipating people getting ready for summer. So we're really excited the Buffalo Rose is, A, coming back, and B, coming in beginning of May, really kick off the summer in a good way. And then we have the rock and roll show with Joe Grishecki. So April and May, we're working over there. So
yeah. Well, Joe Grishecki, when he comes, you never know who's coming with him.
right.
Who's going to be playing with Joe that night? And he does such a great job.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we realize what a privilege it is to have Joe Grishecki playing here in Indiana, and he keeps coming back.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves the room. We just actually also had the lead singer from Rusted Root last week, and he's played in Indiana. I think he's played the theater before, but just, as time goes on, the people are putting efforts into the theater, into the live music scene around here. Michael Glibicki was just, thrilled to be there. Not the best turnout, but he wants to bring his band back, Uprooted, which is basically Rusted Root.
Yeah.
So it's like these guys have won Grammys. They're getting royalties off of, their songs being in movies, and, they collaborate with people such as Bruce Springsteen, like huge names. And they see our place. They've known of our town, and they want to come back.
Yeah.
So we're really, really lucky for that.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right. So it's all coming to Indiana, to the Indiana Theater. Steve, how do people learn about the shows that are coming and get their tickets?
Well, either drive past and look up at the marquee.
Just like I do in the
Just like
mornings?
Todd does, yeah. Endorse right here on 1160 WCCS. Or, more practically, go into www.theindianatheater.com, our website. All of our shows, once we book them, we post them. There are tickets available. We have rental information. You can rent the room. We just had a birthday party for a dude who wanted to watch Goldeneye, the Pierce Brosnan 007 movie
really?
from the 90s. It was a hoot. So
How about that?
and still collaborations with downtown businesses for like family fun movie days, movie nights.
Yeah.
So
Good thing.
www.theindianatheater.com or our Facebook page, Indiana PA Theater, or the Marquee.
There you go.
Or here on 1160
There you go.
once a month.
Yeah, once a month. Steve, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Doug.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. We're headed toward the top of the hour, just a couple of minutes away from now, and then it is the Brian Kilmeade Show. That is on the way. here on WCCS. Hey, happy birthday today to Loretta Blystone of Homer City. I wanted to be sure I got that in here before I get out of here, which is right now. It's Indiana in the Morning.